America's Pop Culture Trivia Show.
Check it out.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. With Joe Parisi.
Episode 161 is here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. I'm Joe Parisi. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I have prepared for you 3 fast-paced rounds of pop culture trivia. 7 questions in each round with just 5 seconds between questions for you to think of the answers. Round 1 today is all about television. Round 2 is a mixed round. Round 3, music. Good luck to you. Now let's play.
Round 1.
Round 1, television. Question number 1. Tales from the Crypt ran for 7 seasons between 1989 and 1996. The show was hosted by a wisecracking corpse puppet. What was the name of this host? Question 2. The sitcom The Adventures of Pete and Pete focused on 2 brothers, both named Pete. One was known as Big Pete, the other Little Pete. On this show, what is the last name of the 2 Petes? Question 3. An action-adventure series that ran in syndication in 1993 and 1994. It starred Michael Dudikoff as Robert Scandal Jackson Jr., an ex-Navy SEAL who went AWOL after refusing to blow up an enemy command center housing civilians. He disappeared into the wilderness of Alaska, but part of his past caught up with him, and he was shot in the face. After waking up weeks later in the hospital, he found himself with a new face and a new chance at life. What was the name of this show? Question 4. True or false? The 1992 movie A League of Their Own was turned into a sitcom in 1993. Did that happen? Is that true or false? Question 5. Michael Landon played a probationary angel sent to Earth named Jonathan Smith for 5 seasons on what series? Question 6. It was a spin-off of The Golden Girls that aired for 7 seasons between 1988 and 1995. Richard Mulligan starred as recently widowed pediatrician Dr. Henry Weston, whose 2 adult daughters return home to live with him. Name the show. And question 7. What is the name of the actress that played Rachel, or Aunt Rachel, on the sitcom Family Matters?
Breakdown.
And that's going to wrap up round number 1. Let's check your answers and see how you're starting off today. Question number 1. Tales from the Crypt. Loved that show. It ran for 7 seasons between 1989 and 1996. The show was hosted by a wisecracking corpse puppet. What was the name of that host? The Crypt Keeper. Question 2. The sitcom The Adventures of Pete and Pete focused on 2 brothers, both named Pete. One known as Big Pete, the other Little Pete. What is the last name of the 2 Petes? Wrigley, like the gum, Wrigley. Question 3. This one's a deep dive. An action-adventure series that ran in syndication from 1993 to 1994 and starred Michael Dudikoff as Robert Scandal Jackson Jr., an ex-Navy SEAL who went AWOL after refusing to blow up an enemy command center housing civilians. He disappeared into the wilderness of Alaska, but part of his past caught up with him, and he was shot in the face. After waking up weeks later in the hospital, he found himself with a new face, therefore a new chance at life. What is the name of this show? Cobra. Did you ever see Cobra? Remember that? Michael Dudikoff was in all kinds of fun B-action martial arts movies back around that time. Question 4, true or false? The 1992 movie A League of Their Own was turned into a sitcom in 1993. Is that true or false? That is true. Sam McMurray played Coach Jimmy Dugan, and really no other recognizable names were attached to this, but there were 2 actresses from the film version that carried over to the TV version and played the same characters. Megan Cavanaugh, who was Marla Hooch, she did both the film and then the TV show, and then a woman named Tracy Reiner, who played the character Betty Horn. She was the other one. They made 6 episodes, 5 of them aired, and then it got canceled. So yeah, there was a League of Their Own sitcom. You can find episodes, trailers on YouTube. It's pretty interesting. I really had completely missed that or completely forgotten about it. Question number 5. Michael Landon played a probationary angel sent to Earth named Jonathan Smith for 5 seasons on what series? Highway to Heaven. Question 6. It was a spin-off of The Golden Girls that aired for 7 seasons between 1988 and 1995. Richard Mulligan starred as recently widowed pediatrician Dr. Henry Weston, whose 2 adult daughters return home to live with him. Name that show. Empty Nest. So I highly doubt 8, 9, 10-year-old me was the target audience for Empty Nest back when it was on, but I sure did watch a lot of it. I don't remember what it was after. It was right after something I was into, and I always stuck around and watched Empty Nest. I loved the goofy neighbor, Charlie Dietz, played by actor David Leisure. Remember that character? Iconic. Question 7. What's the name of the actress that played Rachel, or Aunt Rachel, on the sitcom Family Matters? Thelma Hopkins. Now, Thelma Hopkins, okay. You know the theme song from Shaft by Isaac Hayes? It's old. It's like from, I guess, the 70s. Well, there's a line in that song that says, "They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother," and then a woman's voice cuts him off and goes, "Shut your mouth." It was Thelma Hopkins, Aunt Rachel from Family Matters, who does that line in the song. How about that?
Round 2.
Round number 2 for episode 161 is a mixed round. Here we go. Question number 1. Originally released as an arcade game by Atari in 1990. This fighting game was released on several gaming consoles, including Super NES and Genesis in 1991. In 1992, it became available to the Game Boy and Atari Lynx. In the game, the player must punch and kick their opponent until their energy runs out, which defeats their opponent. The 3 playable fighters were named Buzz, Ty, and Kato. Name this game. Question 2. In 1993, a video game called Cool Spot was released on several platforms, including Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Game Gear. The title character is a red circle, or spot, that wears sunglasses. That character also happened to be the mascot of a soft drink brand. What soft drink brand was it? Question 3. In 1994, Pepsi launched a campaign starring an NBA player. This new offering they were pushing was a 1-liter bottle of Pepsi that they were calling the Big Slam. Who was the NBA player that starred in the Pepsi Big Slam ad campaign? Question 4. This now discontinued chip that was put out by Frito-Lay featured a cartoon alligator on the bag. They were a spicy potato chip with a really hard crunch that were available in the late 80s and early 90s. The two flavors of this chip that were available were Hoppin' Jalapeno and Mighty Mesquite Barbecue. In the movie Home Alone, when Kevin McAllister is sitting eating a huge bowl of ice cream, watching a movie he shouldn't be watching, there is a bag of these chips on the table next to him. What was the name of these chips? Question 5. A short-lived McDonald's menu offering that debuted in 1993 and lasted less than a year. These items resembled Hot Pockets. They consisted of an oven-baked French baguette stuffed with either Philly beef and cheese, pepperoni pizza, barbecue chicken, or chicken teriyaki. What was this item called? Question 6. Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, Phil Heath, Frank Zane. They all competed at the highest professional level of what sport? Question 7. True or false? Former child and teen star Jonathan Brandis is in the movie Dumb and Dumber. Is that true or false? And that'll do it for round number 2. Time to check your answers. Started off with a couple of video game questions, the first one probably being the trickiest. Question 1, originally released as an arcade game by Atari in 1990, this fighting game was released on several gaming consoles, including Super NES and Genesis in 1991. In 1992, it became available to the Game Boy and Atari Lynx. In the game, the players must punch and kick their opponent until their energy runs out, which defeats the opponent. The 3 playable fighters were named Buzz, Ty, and Kato. Name this game. Pit Fighter. So for me personally, Pit Fighter had really cool artwork on, the packaging on the cartridge, on the box that it came in. I remember that. And when I first got the Game Boy in 92, the first 2 games I got were Tetris, which I think came with it, and Pit Fighter. It was a fun game. Question number 2. In 1993, a video game called Cool Spot was released on several platforms, including Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Game Gear. The title character is a red circle, or spot, that wears sunglasses. The character also happened to be the mascot of a soft drink brand. What soft drink brand was it? 7-Up. So that character Spot was introduced as the 7-Up mascot in 1987. I'm not sure officially when they phased it out, but started in 87. This game came out in 93, and I feel like definitely by 98, 99, I think Spot was done. Question 3. In 1994, Pepsi launched a campaign starring an NBA player. This new offering they were pushing was a 1-liter bottle of Pepsi that they were calling the Big Slam. Who was the NBA player that starred in the Pepsi Big Slam ad campaign? Shaquille O'Neal. It was Shaq. And I would guess that at this point in time, Shaq has made more money off of product endorsements and ad campaigns like this one than he ever did in the NBA. I mean, he has done more commercials than any athlete I can remember. Question 4. This now discontinued chip was put out by Frito-Lay. It featured a cartoon alligator on the bag. They were spicy potato chips with a really hard crunch that were available in the late 80s and early 90s. The two flavors of this chip available were Hoppin' Jalapeno and Mighty Mesquite Barbecue. In the movie Home Alone, when Kevin McAllister is sitting, eating a huge bowl of ice cream, watching a movie he shouldn't be watching, there's a bag of these chips on the table next to him. What was the name of these chips? Crunch Taters. Do you remember Crunch Taters? Wonderful packaging. Great chip. Now, back in the day, all these chips weren't firm and hard and super crunchy like that. There was these, then came Crunchers. Now, if you wander into like a Panera or a Jimmy John's, all the chips are that hard, crunchy chip, which I personally love. But Crunch Taters, they were ahead of the game back in the 80s. Question 5. A short-lived McDonald's menu offering that debuted in 1993 and lasted less than a year. These items resembled Hot Pockets. They consisted of an oven-baked French baguette stuffed with either Philly beef and cheese, pepperoni pizza, barbecue chicken, or chicken teriyaki. What was this McDonald's menu item called? McStuffins. Did you ever have a McStuffins? Basically, a fancy Hot Pocket from McDonald's. I don't think I ever did. But yeah, they were out all over the country, but just not for very long. Question 6. Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, Phil Heath, and Frank Zane. They all competed in the highest professional level of what sport? Bodybuilding. Each of those guys that I just mentioned won the Mr. Olympia title multiple times. Those are like the top guys ever to do it. Ronnie Coleman won it 8 times, Phil Heath 7, Dorian Yates 6, Jay Cutler 4, Frank Zane 3. If you like bodybuilding at all, Amazon Prime seems to have a ton of bodybuilder documentaries out there right now. Some really good ones. Question 7, true or false? Former child and teen star Jonathan Brandis is in the movie Dumb and Dumber. Is that true or false? Weird question, right? It's true. So here's how this happens. There's a moment after Lloyd and Harry splurge and get themselves that big, beautiful hotel suite. The two of them are laying on the bed in these fancy hotel robes, and they're crying while they're watching something on TV. It shows what is on TV, and that is where you see a young child, Jonathan Brandis. So yes, Jonathan Brandis is seen in the movie Dumb and Dumber. So what they were watching on the TV, it's an old Pacific Bell TV special. It was a strange... So Pacific Bell is a utility company. It was this strange 7-part mini-series that Pacific Bell put out called The Rain Children. You can find this deal on YouTube. It was this strange marketing campaign presented in the form of a television miniseries for a phone company. Pacific Bell Phone Company. Why they did this, I have no idea, but Jonathan Brandis, as a kid, probably 7, 8 years old, was one of the stars of it, and that's what they were watching in Dumb and Dumber. That phone company is California's big phone company.
Round 3.
Today's third and final round is a music round. Here we go. Question 1. The Smashing Pumpkins and Dixie Chicks both released covers of the 1975 song Landslide. What group originally gave us the 1975 song Landslide? Question 2. A Grammy-nominated heavy metal song from 2001 called Chop Suey was from what band? Question 3. Hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. Broken hearts can't be that bad. From their album Lean Into It. What band was it that gave us the 1991 song with those lyrics? Question 4. From the 1990 album Flesh and Blood, what glam metal band gave us the song Unskinny Bop? Question 5. A CD compilation series, first released in the U.S. in 1994. These albums featured new age, ambient, smooth jazz, and trip-hop songs. Initially promoted and sold by direct response television commercials. Songs from Enigma, The Orb, Kenny G, Enya, and others appeared on the first album. That original compilation kicked off with Enigma's Return to Innocence as the first track. Several other CDs in this series were released in the years that followed. What was the name of this CD compilation? Question 6. A hit song from 1998 that contains an interpolation from Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton's 1983 song, Islands in the Stream. The song, which was called Ghetto Superstar, That Is What You Are, was by Pras, Old Dirty Bastard, and what female R&B singer? Question 7. The band They Might Be Giants has a song called Boss of Me. What sitcom uses this song as its opening theme song? And that is going to do it for round number 3. Let's check your final 7 answers. Question number 1. The Smashing Pumpkins and Dixie Chicks both released covers of the 1975 song Landslide. What group originally gave us the 1975 song Landslide? Fleetwood Mac. Question 2. A Grammy-nominated heavy metal song from 2001 called Chop Suey was from what band? System of a Down. Question 3. Hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. Broken hearts can't be that bad. From their album Lean Into It. What band gave us the 1991 song with those lyrics? Mr. Big. Those lyrics are from their song To Be With You, which was the #1 song in America for 3 weeks back in 1991. Question 4. From the 1990 album Flesh and Blood, what glam metal band gave us the song Unskinny Bop? That would be Poison. Question 5. A CD compilation series, first released in the U.S. in 1994. These albums featured new age, ambient, smooth jazz, and trip-hop songs. Initially promoted and sold by direct response television commercials. Songs from Enigma, The Orb, Kenny G, Enya, and others appeared on the first album. That original compilation kicked off with Enigma's Return to Innocence as the first track. Several other CDs in this series were released in the years that followed. What was the name of this CD compilation? So this is one of many from that era that were promoted to us via television commercials, these just direct response television commercials, which I used to love. Those were the kind of commercials that you welcomed, because they'd show you clips of music videos and you'd hear songs that you liked, and way better than your typical, prescription drug commercial or whatever it may be. So the answer for this one is Pure Moods. Pure Moods. Sometimes you'd come home real late at night in the early 2000s, and there'd be like a full-blown 30-minute infomercial on, pushing some Time Life music collection that would be like 5, 6, 7 CDs. I used to just love those. I'd just come home, you're winding down after a long night out, and if you were lucky enough, one of those would be on TV and you'd just chill out and just watch it. It was ridiculous. I don't know whoever ordered them. I guess some people did, but that's how you had to get them. They'd always tell you, not sold in stores. You got to call them right now and send them a check or a money order. That is how things got done. Question number 6. A hit song from 1998 that contains an interpolation from Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton's 1983 song, Islands in the Stream. The song, Ghetto Superstar, That Is What You Are, was by Pras, Old Dirty Bastard, and what female R&B singer? Maya. I feel like Maya doesn't get enough love. She had a lot of big songs that she was a part of. She was in Lady Marmalade. Remember that? Did a lot of her own stuff. Maya. Question 7. The band They Might Be Giants has a song called Boss of Me. What sitcom used this song as its opening theme song? Malcolm in the Middle. That song, Boss of Me, won They Might Be Giants their first Grammy back in 2002. It was the category of Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, Television, or Other Visual Media. Malcolm in the Middle ran for 7 seasons, 151 episodes between the year 2000 and 2006. And it's one that I didn't really watch back then. Certainly I was aware of it. But my son, who's 10, has kind of gotten going on it. Now, it's on one of the streaming sites that we have a subscription to. Pretty good show. I like it. This has been episode 161 of America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. My name is Joe Parisi. You can always reach out to me through my website, joeparisivoiceover.com. I'm on Instagram at Joe Parisi VO if you want to follow me there. And I do have another pop culture podcast. It's called The Odd Podcast with Joe Parisi. And depending on when you're hearing this, a new episode just came out, and it's a interview with a gentleman named Al Leong. Al is a longtime Hollywood actor and stuntman. He's known as like the ultimate henchman. He was in Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Big Trouble Little China. In Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, he played Genghis Khan. That's the guy I'm talking about. The long, kind of wispy black hair with the Fu Manchu style mustache. Wonderful guy. And he's now in his 70s. And we had just kind of a let's learn all about your life episode. So if you want to hear that or all kinds of other deep dives on pop culture topics, check out that show, The Odd Podcast with Joe Parisi. You can find it wherever. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll go make up some more questions, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Take care.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show with Joe Parisi.